Hey everybody, so I know it's been a little bit. It's time to talk about that along with a little mini pickups episode. So let's get to it. This is the Bargain Game Hunter. So first off, I wanted to apologize to everyone because I know it's been kind of a slow going in terms of content releasing on this channel. Honestly, on all of my channels, I basically took a 2-week break from any content. And there's a reason behind that. Normally I don't like to talk about my personal life on this channel just because I'm like, well, I have another channel that I do that for, but I know a lot of people who are fans of me on this channel are not on the other channel. So I figure it's probably good to talk about it here because it does affect the content coming out on this channel. So long story short, I haven't been uploading recently, mostly because I've been stressed about my job. So for those of you who don't know, I work at Angie, like Angie's List, and I sell advertising to contractors. It's a difficult job, and I knew that going in, but you can potentially make a lot of money if you can get good at it. And it's been a struggle for me, if I'm being completely honest. I know I have the ability to do well at the job, and I mean, I've done most of the things I need to in order to succeed. I just haven't been succeeding. So because of that, it's been causing me to be very, very strung out and stressed after work, which is typically when I would do things like edit or film gameplay content, that kind of thing. So because of that, I just haven't been doing anything really after work. I pretty much get off after work. I go in my room, I watch videos on YouTube. Maybe I'll play a game for a little bit, but I do everything I can to kind of decompress and de-stress to hopefully be in a good mindset for the next day, because that's one of the biggest things with this job is a lot of it is mindset. You have to be focused and ready to do what you need to do at all times, and it can be tough sometimes, especially when you're not doing as well as you want to be. So because of that, and because I'm not making as much money as I would like to be, because I'm not succeeding like I'd like to be, that's caused a few hiccups which have hampered everything. First, my time, because I'm really stressed and I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time editing or doing video stuff when I'm really stressed and I know I need to focus on what I need to for work. So that's been part of the reason why I haven't been uploading. But the other reason on this channel that's effective is because I haven't had a ton of extra funds. September is usually one of the busiest months for me because I like to do a bunch of like Halloween, like haunt events and stuff. I haven't gone to a single event this year. Now granted, I did kind of go hard and bought all those things from the last episode, like the Starfield Collector's Edition, all the Spider-Man stuff. So yeah, I've spent some money. That was also before things started going a bit downhill in terms of that. So because of those two things, I haven't been doing a lot of game hunting, to be completely honest. But I know this series is kind of the anchor of this channel, and a lot of people come here specifically for this series. So I do have a few episodes coming, this one, and then there is another one because a certain deal is back at GameStop that I took advantage of. But I really wanted to let everybody know why there hasn't been a ton of uploads on this channel. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things. I'm off this weekend, so I'm going to try to get at least a few videos uploaded this week. I know I've got a lot of gameplay stuff that I'm really behind on. And then the main channel hasn't had a video in over 2 weeks. I think it's been almost a month. So I need to work on everything. But regardless, that's the explanation as to why there haven't been a lot of videos on any of my channels lately. So thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it. And I will hopefully be able to upload more, especially if I can start getting things normalized at work, get a little bit less stressed, then I'll be more in a better place where I can do some editing and do some filming and not be quite as stressed about everything. So that's the goal. But anyway, it's time for games. So I got a small stack this week. My original plan was to, actually, this video changed a lot. My original plan was to show just a couple games and then do like a kind of a collection show episode where I talk about special edition controllers, because I have a lot of those. I'm probably still going to do that, but as a separate video later on down the road. But I feel like the explanation of what's been going on plus the stack of games I do have is probably enough for a full episode. So hopefully you'll agree. But anyway, we're going to start off with our first game, and this was the game that I was supposed to get from BGP a few weeks ago. It finally came in. It's cool. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I don't know when I'm going to open it, but it's got a lot of stuff in it. It looks neat, and I think it'll be a nice addition to my Switch collection. And that is the Sonic Origins Plus for the Switch. So this includes 16 classic Sonic games, including a bunch of Game Gear games. It's got some updates to classic Sonic games. It's got some unlockables. This copy includes like an art book and some other goodies here and there. So yeah, it's a collection of classic Sonic games on the Switch. Figure it was a good pickup. Might as well add it to the collection. I mostly just needed it to fill out my order for when I got Mortals of Avium, and I got a second copy of that, which I'll talk about that in a bit. Anyway, for this game, I paid $22.50, and it's worth $27. So, little bump up in value, not too bad. Good start to the episode. Next, we're going to go to a website I've never bought anything from before, and I've heard good things about it, but they just so happen to be doing a big sale on video games. And I'm like, you know what? I need content, and these are all games that I've heard of, and, you know, thought I might as well add them to the collection, especially for new, for the prices they were asking for. And that is Woot. So if you've never heard of Woot, apparently it is a spin-off of Amazon where they deeply discount stuff. So I kind of like to think of it as like all these discount, or like one of those retail chains where they deeply discount stuff, but it's just Amazon doing it themselves. So I picked up 3 games, brand new, sealed, for very low prices, and I think they were all pretty solid pickups. So the first one is Pac-Man Museum Plus on the Xbox One. This has a whole bunch of Pac-Man games. It's got 14 games on it. It looks good. I've heard really good things about it. Yes, it is on Game Pass. I don't know how long it's going to be on Game Pass, so I figure if I can get a brand new copy for the price I did, might as well do it. So this one, I paid a whopping $7 for, and it's worth $20. So this was a pretty big score. Pretty happy with that. This one I picked up mostly because I have the first game, and I'm like, well, I can get the second one for dirt cheap, so might as well. So we got Cobra Kai 2 Dojo Rising on the Xbox Series X. It's another beat 'em up / fighting game based on the Cobra Kai TV show. Haven't watched the show, haven't played either game, but I have the first one, so I'm like, well, might as well get it and complete the collection. I don't know if there's ever going to be a third one, but maybe, who knows. Anyway, I believe I paid $7 for this one as well. Yep. And this one is worth $35. So this game actually has a good amount of value, so that was a very good score for $7. And then the last game, I've heard good things about this game. It comes with a bunch of extras, and I wanted the Xbox version. The only version they had was for PS5, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just get it on PS5. Why not? I'm always down to add more PS5 games to my collection. So I picked up 2 Point Campus, the early enrollment edition on the PS5. So this is a kind of like a Sim City, like city building type game, but you're building your own college campus. It's from the guys who made 2 Point Hospital, which is similar type game. I've heard it's good. It's on Game Pass. Again, I figure just because a game's on Game Pass doesn't mean it's gonna be on there forever, especially third-party games. So I figured I'd snag it. So I paid $7 for this one as well, and it is worth 17. So another pretty solid bundle. And then I did pick up one more game, and I did this through trade-ins. Because again, I don't have a ton of money that I could throw around right now. So I had a few things that I was planning on trading into GameStop, and I decided to bundle a couple other things here and there. So I bundled in my second copy of Immortals Vavium that I got from VGP, or not VGP, from QVC. I also bundled my red DualSense controller because I figure certain consoles, it makes sense to have 4 controllers. I never play my PS5 multiplayer anyway, but also I have the God of War controller and the Spider-Man 2 controller. I don't need 3 controllers, so I traded that in. And then I also tossed in a couple PS4 games that had some decent value, Friday the 13th and The Crew 2. Plus I had some coupons here and there. And I took advantage of a few deals, trading things at GameStop. And for, I think it was a grand total of like a little over $2, I was able to score Mortal Kombat 1 on the Xbox Series X. I've actually played a little bit of it. It's good. If you like Mortal Kombat and if you like fighting games, you'll probably really like this. This is one of the better ones that have come out in a long time. Corey really likes it. He's getting pretty good. I'm not very good at it. I've never been good at Mortal Kombat, but maybe this one will convince me to do so. But I figured, I think I got like $60, almost $70, and actually no, I got way more than that because what I ended up having to do is my Pro membership expired, so I had to renew that. But after renewing that, I got additional bonuses for everything. So even after renewing my Pro membership for $25, I still almost had enough for Mortal Kombat. So it was like $2.30 something cents, and I got a brand new game that came out 2 weeks ago. So I think that's pretty good. So Mortal Kombat, I paid $2 plus credit, and it's worth $70 because it's a brand new game. And that's it for a kind of short week. Sorry I didn't have more to this week, but it was kind of a throw together kind of thing. However, the next episode won't be. We are diving back into the world of GameStop condition reports because the 4 for $20 deal is back, and they actually had a pretty good amount of games that I decided to snag up. So that one's going to be a pretty epic 4 for $20 condition report focus episode. That should come out hopefully in the next week or so. And then after that, we'll see. I'm going to try to keep uploading as many as I can, but I obviously can't release a video if I don't have content, but I'll try to release other stuff if I can, because I want to get at least one video out a week on this channel, if not more. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, that way you know when new videos drop. And I'll see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.